Welcome to the Band History Podcast. I'm your host, Ben Carter. In the far reaches of our collective human memory, nestled within the shadowy folds of time, there exist stories, legends, and myths hinting at a forgotten epoch. A time before the Ice Age, a chapter of our shared story that is seldom told, and often dismissed as mere folklore. Yet, it is these whispers of a time long past that beckon us to explore the tantalizing question: was there a civilization on Earth before the Ice Age? To the casual observer, this might appear as an unfounded proposition, a wild speculative leap into the realms of fantasy. But let us pause and consider the evidence that sporadically surfaces, challenging our conventional understanding of human history. Case in point, the enigmatic underwater ruins of Yonaguni off the coast of Japan. Submerged beneath the Pacific waves, this complex network of stone structures bears an uncanny resemblance to our own architectural signatures. Carbon dating suggests that these structures were submerged around 10,000 years ago, coinciding with the end of the last ice age. But it doesn't stop there. In Turkey, the site of Göbekli Tepe presents an even more compelling puzzle. Here, elaborately carved stone pillars arranged in circles stand as silent witnesses to a time that predates the invention of agriculture, the wheel, and even written language. Remarkably, this site is estimated to be at least 12,000 years old, again hinting at a civilization that thrived during the Ice Age, and possibly even before it. Of course, these examples are not conclusive proof. They are, however, compelling enough to question the established narrative. To dig deeper, we must turn to the annals of ancient wisdom, to the orally transmitted tales that have survived the passage of millennia. The Epic of Gilgamesh, one of the oldest known literary works, speaks of a great flood, a global cataclysm that wiped out an advanced civilization. Similar stories echo across cultures, from the mythologies of ancient Greece to the legends of indigenous tribes around the world. Could these be distorted echoes of a pre-Ice Age civilization? A global culture that succumbed to a planetary cataclysm? In the grand tapestry of human history, there exist many such threads, tantalizing hints of a forgotten age. Unraveling this intricate pattern demands a willingness to question, to explore, and to venture beyond the familiar horizons of accepted knowledge. It requires us to embrace the possibility of a pre-Ice Age civilization not as a mere curiosity, but as a serious area of inquiry. As we delve further into this forbidden question, we may find that our past is far more mysterious, far more complex than we ever dared to imagine. Let's travel back in time, beyond recorded history, to an era when the Earth was a vastly different place. It was a time when colossal mammals like the woolly mammoth roamed the lands, when the landscapes were carved by sheets of ice, and when sea levels were significantly lower than they are today. This was the Pleistocene epoch, also known as the Ice Age, which began about 2 million years ago and ended approximately 12,000 years ago. This period witnessed dramatic changes in climate and environment. Glacial periods, or ice ages, occurred at regular intervals, alternating with warmer interglacial periods. It was during these warmer respite that humanity, as we know it, began to take shape. But could there have been an older, more advanced civilization that existed before these oscillations? To explore this possibility, we must delve into the vast body of ancient knowledge, of myths and legends that have been passed down through generations. These stories are not merely folklore, but repositories of ancestral memory, echoing the beliefs and experiences of societies that existed long before the advent of written history. Consider the legend of Atlantis, the fabled civilization described by the ancient Greek philosopher Plato. Atlantis, he claimed, was an advanced society that existed 9,000 years before his own time, around 11,600 years ago, which aligns with the end of the last ice age. According to Plato, Atlantis was a naval power that conquered many parts of Western Europe and Africa. It was a utopia, with extraordinary architecture, advanced technology, and a system of government that was the envy of the world. But this civilization, Plato wrote, fell out of favor with the gods, and was swallowed by the sea in a single day and night of catastrophic earthquakes and floods. Similarly, Ancient Hindu scriptures speak of a time when humanity had mastered technologies that seem modern, even futuristic. The Mahabharata and the Ramayana, epic poems written in Sanskrit, describe flying machines called Vimanas, weapons of mass destruction resembling nuclear bombs, and even genetic and reproductive technologies that anticipate today's cloning and test tube babies. Or consider the indigenous tribes of the Americas, whose oral traditions speak of a time when the sky fell and a great flood covered the earth. These stories, remarkably similar across distant tribes, suggest a shared memory of a cataclysmic event, perhaps the rapid melting of glaciers at the end of the last ice age. These ancient narratives, from different corners of the world, seem to hint at a common theme, a civilization that was both advanced and ancient, which was wiped out by a global catastrophe. Are these mere myths, or could they be fragments of an actual historical truth? As we dive deeper into this investigation, we'll find that the answers may lie in the very earth beneath our feet. The notion of an advanced civilization existing before the Ice Age, while seemingly fantastical, has not only found resonance in folklore and scriptures, but also in certain archaeological discoveries and esoteric texts. These offer intriguing clues that, if pieced together, suggest a narrative that is at odds with mainstream understanding. One such key figure who brought such a narrative to the fore was Graham Hancock, a British journalist and author. His works, such as Fingerprints of the Gods and Magicians of the Gods, have stirred controversy for challenging traditional archaeological consensus. Hancock proposes that a highly advanced civilization, lost to history, influenced the cultural and technological development of known ancient civilizations such as Egypt and Sumer. Hancock's work, while often dismissed by mainstream scholars, has found a wide audience among those open to alternative historical interpretations. On the archaeological front, sites like Göbekli Tepe in modern-day Turkey offer compelling evidence. Discovered in 1994, this site features massive stone pillars arranged in circles, thought to be constructed around the 10th millennium before Christ, making it older than Stonehenge by over 6,000 years. The sophistication of the stone carvings, coupled with the knowledge of astronomy they seem to exhibit, suggests a level of technological ability that contradicts current understanding of prehistoric societies. In the realm of esoteric texts, the Emerald Tablets, attributed to the legendary figure Hermes Trismegistus, speak of an ancient, advanced civilization. While their authenticity and origins remain disputed, they are considered by some as a repository of ancient wisdom, detailing advanced concepts of cosmology, philosophy, and medicine. Moreover, whistleblowers like former Canadian Defence Minister Paul Hellyer have publicly claimed that governments possess knowledge about ancient civilizations far more advanced than we can fathom. Hellyer's assertions, while unable to be proven, add another layer of intrigue to the conversation. The Dead Sea Scrolls, discovered in the mid-20th century, also contain cryptic references to a time before the Great Flood, hinting at a civilization possessing knowledge that would be considered advanced even by today's standards. These figures, texts, and discoveries form a patchwork of evidence that suggests the possibility of a pre-Ice Age civilization. While none of these offer definitive proof, they certainly invite us to question and probe beyond the boundaries of accepted history. As we continue this exploration, we'll delve further into the scientific evidence that could potentially validate these assertions and address the question: what might have caused the downfall of such an advanced civilization, if it indeed existed? The core theory that a highly advanced civilization might have existed on Earth before the last Ice Age is admittedly a radical departure from mainstream historical narratives. This theory disrupts the generally accepted timeline of human evolution and civilization development, suggesting that our ancestors might have achieved a level of technological and societal sophistication earlier than we currently acknowledge. This theory is often associated with the idea of lost knowledge, the notion that ancient civilizations possessed advanced understanding and technologies that were somehow lost over time. This concept defies conventional wisdom, which posits that human knowledge and technology have consistently evolved and improved over time. The anomalies that challenge this theory are manifold. Firstly, the archaeological evidence is sparse and often open to interpretation. Sites like Göbekli Tepe, for instance, offer compelling evidence of advanced stoneworking and potentially sophisticated societal structures. However, without more concrete evidence, it is difficult to definitively state that these ruins are the remnants of a highly advanced civilization. The Emerald Tablets and the Dead Sea Scrolls, while fascinating, are also subject to interpretation. Their cryptic references to advanced knowledge and civilizations might be metaphorical or allegorical rather than literal historical accounts. Without further corroborative evidence, their assertions remain speculative. The theory also raises questions about why such an advanced civilization would disappear without leaving more concrete traces. While theories range from cataclysmic natural disasters to extraterrestrial intervention, there is currently no definitive evidence to support these claims. Perhaps the most challenging anomaly is the lack of a clear technological lineage. If a highly advanced civilization existed, why don't we find more direct evidence of their technologies in later civilizations? Why would subsequent societies not inherit or build upon the advanced knowledge of their predecessors? To answer these questions and more, proponents of this theory point to a number of potential explanations. Some argue that the knowledge might have been lost due to a global cataclysm, such as a comet impact or a massive volcanic eruption. Others suggest that the knowledge might have been intentionally suppressed or forgotten over time. In the end, this theory challenges us to broaden our perspective and question our assumptions about human history. It invites us to consider the possibility that our past might be far more complex and mysterious than we currently understand. As we continue this exploration, we will examine the potential scientific evidence that could shed light on these tantalizing questions. When analyzing the physical and scientific evidence, there are a few methods that come to the fore. One of the most prevalent is carbon dating. This technique uses the decay of carbon-14 into nitrogen-14, a process that occurs naturally over time, to estimate the age of an object. However, carbon dating has its limitations. It is only effective for objects up to around 50,000 years old. Anything older than that cannot be accurately dated, as the carbon-14 would have decayed to a point where it's no longer detectable. This brings us to the issue of megalithic construction. Structures like the pyramids of Egypt, Stonehenge, and the statues of Easter Island have long been shrouded in mystery. How could ancient people, with their rudimentary tools, have constructed such massive and precisely engineered structures? Some propose that these monuments are remnants of a lost civilization, one that had mastered a form of engineering and construction far superior to what we imagine was possible in the prehistoric world. The concept of sacred geometry is also often brought into the conversation. This refers to geometric patterns and shapes that are believed to hold spiritual or symbolic significance. Many ancient structures, from the Great Pyramid of Giza to the Parthenon in Greece, incorporate these shapes and ratios. Could this be evidence of an advanced understanding of mathematics and geometry that we're only just beginning to grasp? DNA studies, too, provide intriguing avenues for exploration. With the advent of modern genetic sequencing, researchers have made startling discoveries about our ancestral past. For instance, the discovery of Neanderthal DNA in modern humans suggests that our ancestors interbred with this species, a fact that was previously thought impossible. Could there be traces of an ancient, advanced civilization hidden in our genetic code, waiting to be discovered? Yet, despite these tantalizing pieces of evidence, there is much that modern science cannot explain. For example, why are there no direct technological descendants of this supposed civilization? Why is the archaeological record so sparse? And why is there such a disconnect between the technological prowess suggested by these monuments and the primitive tools we find in the archaeological record? These questions are complex and challenging, and the answers are far from clear. Yet, that is the very essence of scientific inquiry. As we delve deeper into the evidence, we must be willing to question our assumptions, embrace uncertainty, and remain open to the extraordinary possibilities that our past may hold. As we continue to examine these intriguing theories, the secrets of an ancient civilization may yet be revealed. the concept of a pre-Ice Age civilization is not without its detractors. Indeed, the mainstream academic community and scientific institutions have largely dismissed these theories as fringe science or pseudo-history. This reaction is perhaps not surprising. After all, these ideas challenge the established narrative and the very foundations of our understanding of human history. Mainstream academia operates within the parameters of established theories and known facts. A significant departure, such as the suggestion of a highly advanced prehistoric civilization, is often viewed with skepticism. This is particularly true when the evidence presented is primarily circumstantial or interpretive, such as the case with sacred geometry or the interpretation of ancient texts. Some within the academic community have gone so far as to label these theories as pseudoscience, a term used to describe theories or practices that claim to be scientific but lack empirical evidence or scientific method. Critics argue that these theories often cherry-pick data and rely heavily on speculation and conjecture. The media, too, has played a role in discrediting these theories. Sensationalized reports often paint proponents of these ideas as conspiracy theorists or fringe thinkers, further entrenching the divide between mainstream academia and those who propose alternative views of history. Dr. James K.H. Fitch, a prominent archaeologist, is one such critic. He asserts that the lack of direct archaeological evidence, such as remnants of technological tools or infrastructure, is a significant weak point in the theory of an advanced prehistoric civilization. He argues that extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence, and in his view, such evidence simply does not exist. Similarly, geneticists have critiqued the notion that traces of an ancient civilization could be hidden in our DNA, arguing that such a discovery would have already surfaced in the extensive genetic sequencing studies conducted to date. Institutions, too, have played a part in suppressing these theories. Many research grants, scholarships, and academic positions are tied to established schools of thought. Proposing radical theories can risk one's academic reputation and future research opportunities. As such, many researchers may avoid or dismiss such controversial topics, further suppressing the exploration of these theories. Nevertheless, despite the pushback, these theories continue to gain traction. For many, the mysteries and unanswered questions surrounding our ancient past are too compelling to ignore. As we continue to explore and question, we must remember that today's fringe theory could become tomorrow's accepted fact. As we delve deeper into the possibility of a civilization preceding the Ice Age, we must also consider the spiritual and metaphysical implications. The concept of an advanced ancient civilization does not merely challenge our understanding of human history, but also our perceptions of human origins, consciousness, divine purpose, and cosmic design. If we consider for a moment that our ancestors were part of a civilization far more advanced than we currently believe, what does that say about our innate abilities, our potential, or our purpose? Could it be that we are, in fact, beings of immense potential, capable of advancements and achievements beyond our current comprehension? This line of thought also brings into question the nature of consciousness. Could this ancient civilization have achieved a level of consciousness far beyond our current understanding? There are those that believe that the ancients had a profound spiritual and psychic connection to the earth and the cosmos, and that they utilized this connection in ways we can barely fathom. If this is true, then we might be descendants of a people who possessed a heightened level of consciousness, a legacy we have yet to fully rediscover. If we continue down this metaphysical path, we must then consider the implications for our understanding of the divine or cosmic design. Could it be that this ancient civilization was part of a grand cosmic plan, a plan that continues to unfold? And if we do descend from such advanced beings, does that mean we also play a role in this plan? The theory of an advanced pre-Ice Age civilization can also inspire a broader view of human evolution. Rather than seeing ourselves as the pinnacle of evolution, we might begin to understand ourselves as part of a much longer and more complex journey. This perspective can inspire humility, curiosity, and a deep sense of connection to our ancestors and the universe itself. Moreover, this theory can challenge our understanding of time and progress. We often perceive history as linear, with progress marching steadily forward. But if an advanced civilization did exist in our distant past, it suggests that history might be more cyclical or even spiral, with periods of advancement and decline, wisdom gained and wisdom lost. Ultimately, the theory of an advanced civilization predating the Ice Age invites us to view our history, our potential, and our place in the cosmos through a new lens. It encourages us to question, to explore, and to remain open to the mysteries that our ancient past may still hold. Whether or not such a civilization existed, the exploration of these ideas can deepen our understanding of ourselves and the universe we inhabit. The portrayal of a pre-Ice Age civilization in today's media and popular culture has indeed been fascinating. This theory has not only stirred the imaginations of writers and filmmakers, but has also sparked a vibrant conversation within online truth-seeking communities. The idea of a lost, advanced civilization has been the topic of numerous documentaries, adding a layer of mystery and intrigue to our understanding of Earth's history. Books such as Fingerprints of the Gods by Graham Hancock and Forbidden Archaeology by Michael Cremo and Richard Thompson have amplified the discussion on prehistoric advanced civilizations. These publications present alternative viewpoints and theories, often citing controversial evidence and claims that challenge mainstream archaeological and historical consensus. The Internet, with its vast and open platform, has allowed for a proliferation of this theory. On YouTube, countless videos delve into the idea of a lost civilization, analyzing and presenting alternative archaeological findings, ancient texts, and legends. These videos often have millions of views, indicating a significant interest in this topic. TikTok, despite its reputation as a platform for lighthearted content, also has a substantial number of creators who discuss and explore the theory of a pre-Ice Age civilization. Short, concise videos provide easily digestible information, reaching millions of users and creating a widespread awareness of this theory. Online truth-seeking communities are perhaps the most engaged with this theory. Forums like Reddit have threads dedicated to discussing evidence, sharing theories, and engaging in debates about the existence of a pre-Ice Age civilization. These online communities serve as a hub for those who are curious, skeptical, or outright believers in the idea of an advanced prehistoric civilization. The presence of this theory across multiple media platforms has undeniably influenced modern culture's perspective on our ancient past. It has encouraged a sense of wonder and curiosity, fostering a willingness to question accepted narratives and seek alternative explanations. This broad influence suggests that the idea of a pre-Ice Age civilization resonates with a deep-seated human desire to explore the unknown, to unravel mysteries, and to understand our origins. The portrayal of a pre-Ice Age civilization in media and culture is not just about the potential existence of such a civilization. It's also about the questions it raises about ourselves, our origins, and our place in the universe. It's about the human capacity for wonder, curiosity, and the relentless pursuit of knowledge. Whether or not a pre-Ice Age civilization existed, its portrayal in our culture serves as a reminder of the enduring human spirit of exploration and discovery. As we delve deeper into this enigmatic concept, it's important to acknowledge some of the more esoteric offshoots of the pre-Ice Age civilization theory. These fringe extensions take us into the realms of ancient aliens, interdimensional beings, lost technologies, and even hybrid bloodlines. The ancient astronaut theory, for instance, proposes that extraterrestrials visited Earth in antiquity and influenced our history, culture, and scientific evolution. Proponents of this belief often point to advanced ancient structures like the pyramids of Egypt or the Nazca lines of Peru as evidence of alien involvement. They suggest that a pre-Ice Age civilization may have interacted with these beings, gaining advanced knowledge and technology that was subsequently lost in the Ice Age's devastation. On a similar note, the idea of interdimensional beings posits that entities from other dimensions or realities might have crossed over into our world. Some theorize that these beings could have influenced or even founded a pre-Ice Age civilization. They argue that mysterious phenomena, like the unexplained disappearances in the Bermuda Triangle or the strange energy readings at ancient sites could be remnants of interdimensional gateways used by these entities. The notion of lost technologies follows a similar vein. The premise here is that a pre-Ice Age civilization may have possessed advanced technology, far surpassing our current capabilities, that was subsequently lost to time. Believers look to examples like the Antikythera mechanism, an ancient Greek analog computer, or the Baghdad battery, a supposed ancient electric cell, as evidence of a forgotten technological past. Finally, we come to the idea of hybrid bloodlines. Some proponents of a pre-Ice Age civilization argue that this ancient society may have interbred with other species, producing hybrid lineages that survive to this day. They point to myths and legends of demigods, giants, and other supernatural beings as potential evidence of this intermixing. The existence of elongated skulls found in various archaeological sites worldwide is often put forth as physical evidence of these hybrid bloodlines. It's important to note that while these theories may be on the fringes of mainstream academia, they still hold a significant place in the discourse surrounding a pre-Ice Age civilization. They serve to push the boundaries of our understanding and challenge conventional narratives, prompting us to keep an open mind and a spirit of inquiry as we continue our exploration of this fascinating topic. As we reach the end of this journey into the mysteries of a potential pre-Ice Age civilization, we are left with more questions than answers. The evidence we've gathered is intriguing, yet tantalizingly incomplete. The stories, myths, and artifacts that hint at lost ancient technologies, extraterrestrial encounters, interdimensional beings, and hybrid bloodlines all suggest a world vastly different from the one we know today. But what if it's all true? What if, buried beneath the ice and the sands of time, lies the remnants of a civilization that was not only technologically advanced, but also cosmically connected? A society that had mastered not only the forces of nature, but also the forces of the universe? What if the mysteries that have haunted humanity for centuries are the last echoes of a world that was lost, not to ignorance, but to a cataclysmic event beyond their control? And if this is the case, what does it mean for us, the modern inhabitants of this ancient planet? Are we the descendants of a forgotten people? Do we carry within us the genetic memory of a time when humanity was not confined to Earth? Are the dreams and visions of some among us, the inexplicable talents and abilities, the remnants of knowledge passed down from a civilization that reached out to the stars long before we even thought it possible? Moreover, what if there is a concerted effort to hide this truth from us? A cabal of power holders who, for reasons known only to them, have chosen to keep humanity in the dark about its true origins. What if the clues we've uncovered are just the tip of the iceberg, and the real secrets of our past are locked away in hidden vaults, accessible only to a privileged few? These are the questions that remain, haunting our collective curiosity and challenging us to dig deeper, to look beyond the accepted truths, and to question the narratives we've been told. The existence of a pre-Ice Age civilization is not just a question of history. It's a question of identity, of purpose, of destiny. It forces us to reconsider our place in the cosmos and to wonder if, perhaps, we are not alone. As we delve further into the mysteries of our past, we must remain open to possibilities that defy our current understanding. For if there's one thing that the exploration of a potential pre-Ice Age civilization teaches us, it's that the universe is far more vast, complex, and fascinating than we can possibly imagine. In the end, the truth may be out there, waiting for us to uncover it. Or perhaps it's within us, a memory buried deep in our DNA, a spark of knowledge waiting to be rekindled. Whatever the case may be, the quest for knowledge is a journey without end, and the mysteries of a pre-Ice Age civilization remain an enduring testament to our insatiable curiosity and our unceasing desire to understand the world around us. Thanks for listening. This has been the Banned History Podcast. If you enjoyed today's episode, be sure to follow us wherever you listen to podcasts. And if you'd like to support the show, subscribe to Forbidden Knowledge Network on Patreon. Subscribe now.